I get carried away when I see a future in your eyes. When I catch an image of your shoulders dressed in white.
All right, so today I'm going to try out just the normal 10-bit color profile on the Osmo Action 4 because recently I have been using the D-Log-M profile pretty much exclusively because I did the update a while back on the firmware, and for whatever reason it looks like I never did have normal 10-bit. And I was scouring the internet trying to figure out why this is not coming up. It had the latest firmware. It was not prompting me to update any further in the Mimo app, which is apparently how you get the update. You just you connect it and go into the Mimo app and see if there's an update available. So it looked like I was fully up to date, but still could not see it. And nobody was having this problem. So I did a full reset inside the camera. And when it came back up, all of a sudden it was there. So for whatever reason, during, I guess, one of the recent updates, it just kind of locked and never did show me that option. So if you all out there are having a similar issue and not seeing a 10-bit normal mode, because I was trying all the different frame rates and different resolution sizes and horizon balancing and different Rocksteady Plus, Rocksteady Normal, and turning it off completely. I could not, for the life of me, figure it out. Basically, there was nothing to figure out. I just needed to do a hardware reset, and or a hard reset, I guess. And that seemed to resolve my issue. So now we're going to try today and see what the color looks like going with a normal profile versus D-Log-M. So hopefully I have some success with it. The other thing is I took off the filters that I've been using because I use an ND filter, used a 8 and 16 at one point and a 32 at one point, and just kind of toggle between all the different ones. And I'm just kind of trying to see what I can get out of just raw, like just straight bare bones kind of camera. I am using the DJI Mic Mini here because I do prefer that, and it doesn't get in the way of my creation process because it just connects automatically once I've set it up once. So that's no problem. So yeah, I'm just trying to see if I can even make my workflow even more efficient. And if, adding filters, I mean, there's the time it takes and the thought pattern of which ND do I need, etc. But honestly, I feel like sometimes us filmmakers, and I consider myself a filmmaker considering the background I come from, working on TV and motion picture sets, we get in our own way too much. Some of this newer technology, some of this consumer level technology, consumer doesn't mean lesser in any particular degree. And sometimes we become a little elitist and think that it does. So it's like, oh, I know better, so I'm gonna use ND filters. You absolutely need that. Definitely it'll give me a little bit more of a motion blur, but what am I losing? I think that these cameras were made to not have to need ND filter because it's not considering that. It is an action camera first. And even though this isn't quite action kind of work that I'm doing, I am doing vlogging style shooting here. It's not a locked off, even though it feels kind of locked off here now. Usually you're walking down the street, so now we have to consider stabilization. These things are made to stabilize immensely, like perfectly, but it needs the settings that it intended on, which is to have a high shutter rate. So when you slow down that shutter rate, all of a sudden you've lost your smooth motion. So in a sense, and even now for the color profile, D-Log-M, yes, so that we as filmmakers can color grade it the way we want. But the color science, using all the charts and matching everything up perfectly in the lab, DJI has already done the work and made this normal profile, presumably, the best that it can be. And I know that we're creatives and we want to add our own creative style to everything, and I'm probably going to do that here too. But let's start with the color science and all the work that DJI has already put in, and assume that they have some clue of what they're doing. And I think their recent success and how they've kind of taken down GoPro as the leader. I don't know if they've technically are making more sales than GoPro, but the writing's on the wall. Everyone's loving these action cameras. Definitely, it probably started with the Action 3. Action 4 kind of knocked it right out of the park, and now Action 5 is just putting the nail in the coffin, I think, for GoPro. Anyway, I just wanted to try this out in this kind of setup. Later, I'll do some more walk and talk kind of stuff, but at least this is my first attempt at seeing how the normal color profile looks on the Action 4 and 5, even though the 5 has just come out with a recent update to make their normal 10-bit color profile look even better. Even better, I think, means it's trying to emulate what the Action 4 is already doing. Because Action 5 had that HDR issue where it was kind of haloing around the tree line and stuff like that. So, yeah, let's see. This is my first shot. If you're running with an Action 4 and you want to try this out too, this is kind of a preview of what you might get. And yeah, I'd love to see what you're doing with it and what you feel about the use of ND filters or no ND filters, or shooting D-Log M versus the normal 10-bit color profile. Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear, and check out your channel and see what you're doing with it. Maybe I can learn something from you. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.